Hey guys, how's it going? It is my different username here, and today I get to be showing you another Team Fortress 2 special thanks to all the support on the other Team Fortress 2 special that I've actually made for the spy. But here we have today another special loadout for one of the different characters in Team Fortress 2, and it's pretty cool, and I'm getting to be showing off everything. So here it is, LEGO TF2 Soldiers Full Arsenal. So some of you guys are probably going, hey, how come you haven't made the shotgun for this class loadout? Well, that's because I've actually made the shotgun in the past before, and if you guys want to check it out, you can click on the annotation that you can see on the screen right now to view it, and then come back to this video as soon as you're done. But anyways, first off, here we have the rocket launcher that can hold 4 projectiles, and is the first rocket launcher that you spawn with as the soldier. So just like I said in the beginning, the rockets are actually internally loaded into the launcher itself with nothing hanging out, which means it can actually load multiple rockets into the actual gun itself, which is really nice. But the problem is these rockets were made just to fit inside of the tubing and not really stay in. So what I did was you would load 3 normal rockets, and then the 4th one would actually be just big enough to actually, in a sense, plug up the entire barrel itself, so nothing can actually fall out, and it works really nice, except there's a problem when it comes to unloading it. The problem with actually unloading the rocket launcher itself is the fact that you have to take apart almost the entire thing just to get all the rockets out of the actual tubing that you can see here. And after you take it all out, it's actually pretty simple to unload. All you really need to do is just take out all the rockets. You could simply slide them out, scoop them out, it doesn't really matter. But the fact that you have to take apart the entire rocket just to unload it is pretty bad, but that's just how it has to be. At least the good part about actually taking it apart is the fact that since all the weight is gone, now I can actually show you the under part of it, which are the wooden handles. So you can tell there's actually a little bit of detail on the actual handle part that is pretty similar to the actual rocket itself. It even has that wired trigger guard that I really like. I actually really like the design of the wired trigger guard, but it also has the little side details on the handle as well, just like the actual rocket in the game itself. Now that we got the entire rocket launcher back together, I could talk about the cool front sight that I added to it. Now, it's not actually the same design as the rocket launcher in the game, because trust me when I say this, it's actually really hard to make it exactly like that design. But something interesting about it are the rooftop pieces that you see on them. They're crooked towards each other because they actually create this shape that isn't perfectly a square, but helps create that cartoonish look that you actually see when you're looking through the front sight on the actual rocket launcher. And even though this weapon is the basic rocket launcher that you have in the game, it does have quite a few details on it that I like so much about it. The fact that it has the big old guard on the actual right side of the tubing, the fact that it has all the side details on the handle, even the sling mount, just everything, including the blast cone. It's just all works together and it looks really nice. So in conclusion, all I can really say about this rocket launcher here is that even though it is the first one that you spawn with, it's still the coolest looking one to me. And also the fact that I even created a system where I can actually load the rockets in is really great, because now I can actually perform a test for you guys to check. So anyway, let's move right along and let's perform that test. Now that we have covered over the soldier's rocket launcher, now we can move on to his shovel, which in-game is actually used as a melee weapon. So if you were just like me, you were probably wondering, why is Soldier going around hitting people with a shovel? Well, there's actually some explanation behind it. It's one thing, this isn't really any typical shovel that you would imagine. It's actually something considered an entrenchment tool. And an entrenchment tool is something used by soldiers back in World War I and even World War II to help create foxholes and even graves for whoever died on the battlefield. But it's actually funny, if you did some research on an entrenchment tool, you can actually see that they actually were issued as weapons for close quarters battle during World War I. So it's actually not too far from its actual designated use when it comes to Team Fortress 2. When it comes to the actual shovel in game, it is foldable and it does move around a lot. But anyway, on my model, there actually is a pin on it that actually properly locks it in place, and it's really nice. You can basically swing it around and it won't break or anything. You know, you can go around hitting people in a game and it wouldn't matter because it won't fall apart while you're hitting them. When it comes to the actual details of this weapon, it didn't need to go overboard when it came down to it. I mean, when you think about it, all you did was really just make a Lego shovel. There's really not much to it, but then again, there is a lot of stuff that went into the folding aspect to keep it nice and tight and still hit people with it. But besides that, this happened to be one of my favorite melee weapons to ever make from Team Fortress 2, even though I've made the butterfly knife and everything. But if it's one of my favorite parts that I like about the actual soldier using this shovel, is when he goes completely nuts with it. Yeah, see what I mean? So I hope you guys have enjoyed. That was the full arsenal by the soldier in Team Fortress 2, excluding the shotgun because I have made it in the past. But anyway, if we get 1,000 likes on this video, I am willing to make one of these weapons into a tutorial, including the shotgun. If it is asked for, I could just simply remake it and then figure out a way on how to do a tutorial for you guys and then share it with you guys. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you want to leave some suggestions down below for the next TF2 weapon I should make, I will definitely read up on that pretty soon. So subscribe to see more Team Fortress 2 weapons, and as always, thanks for watching.